What's up, my boomers? It's me, Melanie Mac, here on my social commentary channel, Melanie Mac Go Boom. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. So for today's video, I want to talk about Tomb Raider because, of course, if you know me, because, of course. So, yeah, we have some hope for some remasters. Finally! Now, a lot of us Tomb Raider fans, especially of the old school classic variety, have been wanting remasters and remakes or something of that effect, especially remasters for so long. And for some reason, it just was not happening under Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics and all that kind of stuff. Now that... Yeah, oh, hold on. I'm going to dive into it. First, let me just say, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, G Fuel. Right now, through the 23rd, my code back usually will save 10% off, but there are certain times that it will be boosted up to 30%. Right now is one of those times. Right now, here I am holding this G Fuel Hydration. This is the Orange Madness, Doctor Strange hydration formula. If you check out, I have a link here. You can check that, which I believe they track it. So, that does help. So be sure to check that out. I have a link in the description here. And if you use code MAC, you'll save 30% off. It doesn't have to be this Doctor Strange formula. It can be any one you want. But yeah, that helps me out a lot when you support me and my sponsor and use my code and all that stuff. G Fuel supports me. So it means a lot. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into the video. So, Smash Lara, I really liked Smash Lara. They originally started out as like a social media pushing for, accounts pushing for like Tomb Raider, Lara Croft to be in Smash Bros. And then they now focus on news. And I'm telling you, they get news about Tomb Raider faster than anybody I've ever seen, almost, like most of the time. They are always so freaking on point with it. So they just shared this Embracer group. So as we know, I made a video about it. Embracer bought Tomb Raider. They bought Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal. So they own Tomb Raider now and a bunch of other properties. They got it for freaking ridiculously cheap. I made a video about that. So if you want to check that out, check out my recent uploads. But we've been wanting freaking remasters for so freaking long. Because, I mean, even if you just try to play the ports on Steam of the classic games, they run really crappy. When I try to stream so many times and it just looks like crap, it does not work. They don't work. They crash like crazy. It just does not work. So, finally, yeah, there's some hope. So, they said Embracer Group CEO Lars Winchfors, the CEO, okay, stated, "We see great potential not only in sequels, but also remakes, remasters, spin-offs, and transmedia projects for their newly acquired franchises from Square Enix. Definitely want to see remasters on this. I don't so much want to see remakes or spin-offs necessarily. I mean, they could still do some stuff with that, but it's remasters. Remasters of the classic titles. And here's the thing, is we need this to happen and we need to see it be a success so it can just be a giant, like, heck you to Square Enix, who was not doing this because they wouldn't sell well. Well, let's see it happen. Now, they have a picture of a Lara Croft from Tomb Raider Underworld. I would like to see remasters from the Legend era as well, even though I do have a lot of issues with that. Hey, it would still be pretty rad. So, yeah, y'all know I already don't have a whole lot of hope for the future of Tomb Raider. I'm not sure what they're going to do now. I'm hoping now that Embracer is, you know, the publisher, that they'll have more say in what's going on and that we'll see more classic related stuff. But we'll see. Ideally, we'd get remasters first and then gauge the sales on those and move from there with what's next. So here's some of the fans that are really excited. Now, some people, I can't see what they say because they banned me or they blocked me from the Tomb Raider community because I am critical. Okay, y'all know this. I'm a big, long-time fan. I'm critical, and some of the reboot stands have blocked me as a result, which is fine. They are entitled to do that. All right, so Connor here says, "This is where it's at 100%. the WWE clap. I'm just afraid they're going to F it up. As much as I do want this to happen, I hope utmost effort will be taken to preserve who and what Lara is, because she is a legend and never needs to change. I agree with this. I wouldn't want them to make any dramatic changes or anything like that. When it comes to, I want faithful remasters. I want them done accurately. I want them done. I don't want all these changes. I don't want, Lara Croft's design to be changed and less curvy or anything like that. Just make the textures better. Do like some better graphics. Don't change the controls too much. I know a lot of people complain about that. But don't change the controls too much because it was such a pivotal part of the classic games. Just keep it as faithful as possible and just upgrade it visually. And make it perform well. Optimize it. All right, so let's see. I feel Square's tears and I'm so happy. He can talk the talk, but can he walk the walk? We'll see. This is great news, but it sounds like they haven't even started on it, so I'm be older than Winston when they start releasing. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Help us, Lord. I'm happy they will remain multi-platform. However, it's early days to see what will happen to the franchise going forward, but it's a good one. The Oprah, we do see the Oprah reaction gif a lot from Tomb Raider stands. Love it. Really, my body is quaking. There it is. There it is. Give me classic Lara remastered and I will split my legs like the Red Sea, says Artemis. Okay, well, there you have it. This is good. I mean, everyone seems pretty excited about this. So, yeah. Hopefully they make it happen. Let me go ahead and read some comments from recent videos. This is from my She-Hulk video. All right, so a Pebble Master says, I love the way She-Hulk herself looks. She's got that tall, sleek look from the comics. This also seems like it could be the most comic book accurate MCU hero yet, as this is exactly how She-Hulk and Jennifer Walters is in the comics. I thought for sure they were going to mess it up. This makes me kind of happy. That was a great verse of the day, Melanie. I loved how you expounded on it. Yeah, that's my thing, is I can't complain too much about the trailer and stuff. I know a lot of people in the community who I usually agree with were really hating on the She-Hulk thing. I thought it just looked kind of entertaining. Like, I do think the CGI could use some work, but like I said in my reaction video, I mean, it looked kind of entertaining to me. We'll see. It's a little early to tell, but I thought it looked funny. I thought it looked, I'm not like a She-Hulk fan in particular, so I'm not super versed on how accurate it is, but I feel like the way they designed her and stuff, they didn't make her look like the newer version that they had for a brief time, or I don't know, that really giant, manly looking one. So I was pleasantly surprised, honestly. All right, let's see. Lord Stigmax says, agreed. I think the anti-woke group side, which I'm a part of, is overreacting. Looks fun. Enjoy something. Chad Crypto says, I think this might be the most faithful adaptation of the character. Only seeing will be for sure. She-Hulk has always been a goofy comic. She breaks the fourth wall way before Deadpool. I think most of the YouTube creator haters just like to hate on anything MCU. It drives clicks and views and makes them money. Just not sure how people can be toxic so much on both sides. It will rot their core sooner or later. It's really not a godly thing to do. Now, here's the thing is, I think that it's I think some of these channels and stuff may absolutely just not be interested in it, and that's fine. I'm not going to say they're all just doing so for clicks and views, but I'm just saying a lot of people who follow me follow a lot of them, and so they expect me to hate on absolutely everything, but I don't. Truth be told, like, I freaking the reason why if I'm gonna spend time criticizing something, it's because I like it, something about it for the most part. Or it's just like so freaking woke and I just gotta like I gotta call it out, one or the other. But usually I don't waste time criticizing things that I don't like to any capacity. And I do like a lot of Marvel movies. I just do. I like DC movies a lot too. So I spend time talking about these things because I do like most of the movies. Now, I do feel like there's some of the newer ones I don't like as much, or some of the newer ones that are coming out that I don't think look so great. And I share that whenever that happens. But, yeah, if there weren't still things that I loved about the Marvel Universe and stuff, then I wouldn't be wasting my time reacting to the She-Hulk trailer. It's because, hey, am I gonna watch this or not? She-Hulk, I'm actually gonna give it a shot. We'll see what I think from there, but I'm gonna give it a shot because it does look funny. David says at 3:43, no woman has ever swiped right that much in her life, much less in a row. That's the immersion breaking moment. I swear that is the moment in the trailer that was the most unrealistic thing about the trailer. Like, forget about the Shrek looking CGI. It was her swiping right on everybody that really tuned me out more than anything. Because women, we don't swipe right on everybody. Yeah, we tend to be a lot more selective with the swipes. Now, of course, some guys are too, but still, just saying. That swiping right on everyone. Granted, her options were a lot better than what we usually see on dating apps, but still, that kind of was immersion breaking. Adam says PewDiePie is the best flavor of G Fuel. That is all. I do agree that I'd say the PewDiePie, it's among my top faves. I'm a big fan of cherry flavor stuff, and I believe the PewDiePie flavor has like a cherry in it, and that's one reason why I freaking love it. So yeah, use code MAC, like I said at the beginning. Check out that link. Use code MAC, 30% off. FAF says, I don't know how to pronounce all that. I don't watch your videos because you agree with me, because we aren't always on the same side. I watch for your opinions. I deal with toxic negativity a lot, so it's good to hear someone else who is in the middle. Thank you. I appreciate that, and I really appreciate everybody who is chill with if they disagree with something, like most of you guys are. So some of y'all didn't like how the She-Hulk thing looked, and you were like, okay, well, I disagree, but that's okay. This is my opinion. But hey, still enjoyed your video. I appreciate that. I don't expect everyone to agree with me on something, whether I like something or don't like something. I don't expect everyone to agree with me. I think there's toxic positivity and there is toxic negativity. We see a lot of both on social media. So I think in a perfect world, we'd be able to criticize something we don't like, and we'd also be able to like something, but not force either on anybody, and not get mad if people like something, and also don't get mad if people don't like something. Because I find it gets toxic whenever people try to persuade other people or get mad that other people like or don't like something that they like or don't like. So that's where we got to kind of draw the line there. Rye says that news article of NASA sending provocative photos into space was on my Twitter. I got it from my local news station on Facebook. NASA is up to nothing good. I swear, I feel like NASA is one of the most corrupt freaking establishment thingies. I don't know what you call it. So, yeah, I could go off on some conspiracies with that, but I'll just leave it at that for now. I keep saying I might make a video, and I have not thus far, but y'all been wanting to see the alien videos. Okay, so now let's go into the verse of the day. I picked Psalm 25, verses 4 through 5. It says, "Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Lead me in your truth and teach me. For you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day long." I like this a lot because it just like puts things into perspective how us as believers, those of us who are believers, we should be focusing on wanting God's will for our lives and wanting to follow God's path for us. And I've said this before, but if God is in your heart, God is always with you. So don't be afraid to move. Don't sit and wait for, oh God, I have to have a sign before I can move on this. Just move. And God is with you as long as you stay in prayer, reading your Bible, all that stuff, and keep your relationship with God strong. You're not going to accidentally fall off the path. God will make it known to you, and it's up to you whether you listen or not. You may not get some like super bright sign, but I'll look at my past or my journey and the way my life has gone. Did I have God tell me specifically, and did I have a big sign from God tell me, start that YouTube channel? like 13 years ago. Did that happen? No, I just did it. And look where I'm at now. Like, that's what started all this. That's what started me doing what I do now, all that kind of stuff. And when I look back at my journey and I feel like, wow, things that worked out or didn't work out and all that kind of stuff career-wise and got me where I am now, I didn't have God show me this big sign and me just say, oh, this is what God's telling me to do. I'm going to do it. Even starting this channel, which I do feel like was something I was supposed to do. It happened because I just moved. I went with it. And I feel like part of that is God will put stuff on our hearts, but also it's just, hey, God is with us at all times. So just keep moving. And if something isn't supposed to happen, God will show you. And there's things that haven't worked out that I think, oh, thank goodness. And I didn't have a giant sign from God saying, no, don't do this. It just didn't work out. And yeah, that's why I feel like it's so important for us to just move. You can't be stagnant in your life. You got to move. But stay in prayer and stay in the word, and God will make everything work out for your good. For those who love him. That's just how it is. So anyway, there you have it for today's video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you all tomorrow. And in the meantime, go boom.